I've had issues with the forks on this bike for quite a few years now, but now it's gotten to a point where it's sort of preventing me from riding it. So I've bought some new forks. These are the RockShox Gold 35 RLs. These are going on this bike, on the Polygon. Those ones are going on this bike. And all my problems will be solved.
The forks I'm taking off this bike are the RockShox Recon Silver RLs. There's not actually anything wrong with these forks, but I wanted to get these forks for my hardtail because they got pretty good reviews, so I thought rather than getting another pair of the same forks, why not upgrade the forks on my Polygon? Because the more expensive version of this bike actually comes with better forks, so why not upgrade it? I'm doing a couple of things wrong here. Firstly, let my handlebars hang like that on the hoses. Shouldn't really do that, should have tied them to the frame. And secondly, I should have taken the stem spacers off before I took the forks out. Now I'm just trying the wheel in the forks before I put the forks on the bike because I don't really want to fit the forks to the bike and then find out the wheel doesn't fit. Something I didn't realise about these new forks is they're actually built around a 180mm disc rotor, so I don't need the spacer, which is actually quite cool, but it took me a while to work that out.
So now I'm going to take the forks out the red peg and see if we've got the right bolts to fit the calipers on the Polygon. But before I do that, I just wanted to explain the differences between the old forks from the Polygon and the new forks. So these are the RockShox Recon Silver RLs, and these are the RockShox 35 Gold RLs. These are available in gold, and these are available in silver. Silver's a lower spec, and gold's a higher spec. These have 32mm stanchions, these have 35mm stanchions. They both have the motion control damper. This has the solo air spring, this has the debonair spring, and the debonair spring is better. These have 150mm of travel, these have 160mm of travel. You might be thinking that's going to change the head angle and how it rides and stuff like that, and it will, but like I'm not going to notice it really because 10mm of difference isn't really that much. I don't think I'm really good enough to be able to tell the difference between 10mm of travel. With these having 35mm stanchions over 32mm stanchions, it should make them a bit stiffer as well, which wasn't really an issue, but I'll take it. I really love these forks, and I wouldn't have changed them if it wasn't for the fact that on the red pig the forks were terrible, and I thought, well, good opportunity to upgrade these forks and put these forks that I really like on the red pig bike so I can ride it a bit more.
This time I did it properly, I think, and cable tied the handlebars to the bike. These forks have actually had loads of use, as you can see by these cable wear marks. They've been on the bike for about 5 years now, but they've never really worked properly. As soon as I took the forks out the bike, it was actually surprising how heavy they were, especially compared to the forks I'm putting on the bike. Never taken a headset out of a bike before, but I've seen it done plenty of times, so I tried to smack it with a rubber mallet and it didn't really work. You really need something to shock it, so a couple of taps with a steel hammer and it came straight out. Just to prove a point, I tried to do the top headset in one hit.
The bike that is going to see the biggest change is the Voodoo Hoodoo, aka the Red Pig, and that's because we're going from a 120mm fork to a 160mm fork. 150mm fork, sorry. They are both air sprung. This is the SR Suntour XCR, and just in case you forgot, this is the RockShox Recon RL Silver off my Polygon. So it's going to be a completely different ride, but I am really excited to see how it changes with more travel. So yeah, cool.
Here is Bonnie the cat guarding my brand new headset pressing tool. I went for a nuke-proof Neutron headset because I thought it looked pretty cool and it was cheap. The top headset is semi-integrated, but the bottom headset is external, which is what you need if you want to fit a tapered fork to a straight 44mm steerer tube. I have fit a crown race to a fork before, but I needed a special crown race tool to fit it, but thankfully this crown race has a split in it, so all I have to do is push it on, and it just makes life a lot easier. This is the maiden voyage for the headset pressing tour, and it's something I've been pretty excited about. Yeah, so I fit the headset, I put the forks back in, I took it out for a ride. It was really good fun. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye! No, basically I wouldn't go any further than this because the bearing cup was too long. I didn't film the beginning of me trying to rectify this issue because I don't usually add that sort of thing to the videos. Sometimes things like this happen when you're working on your bike, and that's okay. It would have been nice if it went in straight away, but it didn't, and now we've got to fix it. I wasn't going to get a refund for the headset because I'd already used it. I couldn't use the headset removal tool because the headset sat flush with the frame. I might have been able to pull it out with a bearing puller or something like that, but I didn't have one of those, so I just gently beat it out with my rubber mallet. Then I measured the height that the headset actually needed to be, scratched a cutting mark around the headset with a makeshift height gauge, cut around the headset with a hacksaw using my new headset pressing tool to hold it in place, and then filed it to finish it off. This clip is actually hilarious because you can see the rubber mallet marks on the stem for where I've been smacking it. They'll come off eventually. And there we go, fits like a glove. So then I took my Polygon out with the new forks for a test drive, and I was actually quite surprised because there was a little bit of a difference. I wasn't really expecting one. I seemed to be using more of the travel, and I wasn't expecting that because they're only 10mm longer. I didn't think I'd be able to notice anything. But as you can tell by these noises, I like it.
Let's get you then, did I? The only problem I have now is I've only got one wheel that's got a straight through axle, so I'm going to have to take the wheel off this bike and put it on this bike, and that's not ideal because really the pads on the disc brakes on this are bedded in for my quick release wheel. So in an ideal world I'd have new pads for this as well, but I haven't, so we're just going to have to make do. And I'm really looking forward to it because I think it's going to completely transform the way this bike rides. Won't I? Right, so trying out the forks for the first time. I was going to say I don't feel much difference at the minute. It's because I got them locked off. They feel lighter. Bloody hell, they're soft. Maybe I didn't put enough air in them. I thought I did. I thought I put more in than I needed to. This feels weird. Yeah, as I said, it feels weird because the back is really stiff and the front is really soft, which I get is the purpose of front suspension, but I think I've been riding pretty much like a non-suspension bike for all this time because my suspension wasn't doing anything. It's such a weird sensation. I feel like I'm gonna like go for the handlebars or something. Having the front wheel from my Polygon has not improved the braking situation. I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet and get new pads and also a new front wheel. That's probably more important. I've pretty much been riding a rigid bike for all these years. It's completely different. My front went down, back didn't do anything. I know this is really weird me saying this, it's obvious, but I didn't get that before. My eyes have been opened.
we're going to leave it there. All in all, it feels completely different. Like a completely different bike. I feel like I have more confidence on it. It feels lighter. Like I said before, it feels so weird having the front like fully absorbing all the shocks and the back just like completely rigid still. It sounds so stupid because it's a hardtail, that's what it's meant to do, but that's my honest opinion of it. I love it and I can't wait to ride it more. Yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe.